Too close. Pete, hard. Like, try it again.
Oh. Hello, kitty.
Nope.
No, stop, rewind. Don't do that.
Hello.
So you heard it this time.
Hello Kitty, as in like the cute Japanese character Hello Kitty?
Yeah, as in the thing that Zach was going to talk about.
Oh, right. Oh, my God,
That's
dude.
different.
All right, so there's
I
an
thought you were
SNL
doing
skit.
something different. Okay.
There's an SNL skit. I think it's Keke Palmer who is the guest on that episode, and it's a bunch of employees that are going to work for the Hello Kitty store in New York, and they're like, at orientation or whatever, and the employees are being briefed on like just true facts about Hello Kitty, and so one of the things is that she's like an actual little girl, not a kitten.
That is correct.
Like she's a human girl.
Yes, her name is Kitty.
Yeah. And she is in the 3rd grade, but like she was born in like 1970 something, so she's like 46 years old, and she has a boyfriend who is an actual cat. Okay, and so
that looks like a human.
Well, it looks like a cat, but
okay.
It looks just like Hello Kitty, but apparently he's an actual cat. She's a human girl. It's the most ridiculous shit, and the employees who are getting the orientation are like, this is ridiculous. And like, you mean to tell me that Hello Kitty is a 46-year-old 3rd grader who's clapping cheeks with a cat? No, Jimmy? It's just fucking hilarious, dude. It's so funny, man.
Wow.
The 46-year-old 3rd grader clapping cheeks with a cat? No, Jimmy? That's the best line in the whole skit. It's hilarious.
Wow. I think that's the peak of tonight's banter.
Follow that up, motherfucker.
But sir, it has just begun.
Anytime I hear a condom referred to as a Jimmy, I just think of Will Ferrell. Gators bitches better be wearing Jimmys.
Yeah.
What did you guys think about your little run across the surface? It's like weird. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I think first.
Oh, okay.
Then you can talk.
What do you guys think? I'm going to tell you what I think, though.
You're an excellent interviewer.
Like on paper, it's like cool, but like sometimes with these mini games, the like abstraction of it all gets like a little fiddly,
Nebulous.
A little nebulous.
But like, I want you can tell me what you thought about it mechanically, but I also want you to think about it like in canon, what that was like. I mean, the 5 of you were running across the surface of the Ark Prime with like a massive starship war still happening, like right above you, and like shrapnel and stuff coming down, and you found a crashed ship, and like there's just a lot going on that I feel like didn't really get addressed because we were focused on the game part of it. And so I kind of want to talk about some of that as well as what your thoughts on the little mini game was.
Yeah, I mean, that's often, I feel like my experience with stuff that gets really, gamified like that is that it just, for me, like takes me out of like really visualizing what's happening, because we're just worried about like mechanically what do we need to roll to achieve these objectives,
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. It's almost like I think some of this stuff would be better if it was actually more nebulous in terms of the gamification of it. Actually, I think it was like you're running across the surface of this thing, and this meteor, or this asteroid or this piece of debris or whatever it is going to hit you, and it's like, I say a prayer to my deity to try and prevent that from hitting us.
Yeah,
and then you know what I mean? Like, honestly, giving more leeway to creatively solve a thing as opposed to limiting your potential actions within a narrow framework.
So
I think sometimes makes it harder it makes it harder for you to be in fiction. Is
not like
point.
a random table of events you're suggesting, like?
No.
No.
He's saying that like it's not so specific of here's the actions you can do to respond to the random table of events.
And you have to get this many successes, and we're gonna do all this round.
Yeah.
Like if you were just like, here's a thing. What do you do? I guess
technically, the GM can do that. I think that it's written this way so that people who don't want to have to like think about all of the rules and what goes behind this, what goes behind that, like how do I handle this in technically like space. They're like, here's this simple set of rules that you can follow, and if you want to, you can always deviate. Like that's just a GM preference.
Well, so this one
so you're blaming me.
No. This one specifically gives agency to the players to be able to do that at GM's discretion, to be able to give success points for specific actions they can do by activating an ability.
Yeah, nobody chose that option.
But I mean, I didn't choose it because Fel doesn't have anything that could help move them more quickly or could avoid, any obstacles or deal with the unexploded ordnance or like. I could have done something with that one, but
I think that we could have pulled like all these options out, but then that probably would have resulted in like this being 2 episodes of you guys running across, because there would have been a lot more deliberation and a lot more, well, can I do this? Or, well, and then, like, is what's going on? Give me more details about this. Can I, and like this kind of streamlines it. So for that, it makes it like good for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that it's easy, like Heath said, to kind of get caught up in the numbers of it and forget like the scope of what's actually happening to the PCs.
Yeah, the set piece.
So I do want to like kind of speak to that and give a little bit of time to that before we get into this fight with the dragon. This lead up that went to that. You guys got blasted by electricity. Ziva got sent flying back yeeted hundreds of feet from an explosion. Yeah. So what do your characters feel? I mean, your characters have to be just exhausted and spent in like.
I think they're probably beyond the point of exhaustion to where they're not exhausted. Like they're just going.
Carried by their own momentum.
I'm going to say that they're not exhausted because I don't want you to give us all the exhaustion state or affliction.
Everyone check the fatigue condition.
Yeah. Go ahead and put that on there real quick.
Nope. But like I think that like our characters are probably they're just in go mode still, and probably like others said, just being carried by their own momentum right now.
Well, and adrenaline. Like this is like the sheer kind of terrifying nature of what they're doing would be just like, it's like being, in a war zone. Like we're on the outside of the ship, obstacles coming flying at us. Like it's just go, go, go. Like fear reaction mode is what it would really be like if you were that person.
Well, for Oren, Fel, and Ziva, this isn't our first rodeo.
True.
We had a like, I don't want to say a forced march, but like a long sprint on the surface of Aurelos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In similar conditions, right? Running underneath artillery fire that's raining down above you.
But that was like a single squad essentially, whereas this is the entirety of Absalom Station Armada against this massive ship. So in theory, yes, but the magnitude and scale of it is just
the magnitude and scale. I don't think, at least for Fel, wouldn't matter. The circumstances are the same. We're trying to get from point A to point B in a hostile environment, and we're trying to do it as quickly as we can. Whether it's a prison break or a mad dash to our ship or a mad dash into a ship, it's still the same.
Let me add this little bit of wrinkle from your vantage point. Before you saw this giant dragon and distracted by that, if any of you were to take a look back at Absalom Station, because you can see it from here, right? Mm-hmm. And you see the quantum ray fully encapsulating Absalom Station, and you actually see kind of right before the dragon emerges from the airlock that this rupture happens in Absalom Station as the Starstone begins to actually come out of Absalom Station. It's not removed, but you can actually see it. Like you're getting the sense that this quantum ray is pulling the Starstone out, and you're starting to see some damage done to Absalom Station as it's being pulled from its core, from that reactive core level where you guys were down at. You know, like the situation is getting extremely serious, you know. And so, Josh, you know, to your point that the circumstances don't matter, I think that they would. Mentally,
Yeah.
this is a bigger thing, you know, like, because now it's not just the weight of your own survival, but of all of Absalom Station.
Yeah.
You know, those are the stakes. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I mean, it's a binary option at this point. Then you can either choose to completely break down at the overwhelming circumstances that you find yourself in and yeet yourself off of this thing into the void of space, or you can decide to say fuck all that noise and we keep on pushing. Those are the only two options we have.
Fight or die.
There is no other appropriate reaction. There is no other viable reaction. There is no other realistic reaction.
Right.
To those,
Absolutely.
those
It's not
I'm
the
not
reaction.
suggesting that there. I'm
No.
not suggesting that there is, or that you guys would be at a point to where you just can't go forward. I mean, you guys are fucking heroes. Like that's the. I just want to make sure that the stakes are there in your minds and also in our listeners' minds of like, because you know, as we play through this hour to hour in these episodes, it's easy as we get cracking jokes and stuff to kind of forget the bigger picture of what's happening. You know what I mean? And before we fight this dragon and go into the ship, these are your last images that you're going to carry with you into the ship, your motivation to push through, to find a way to stop this quantum ray, because it is literally breaking Absalom Station apart right now. You know, like, so I, you know, again, I just wanted to kind of give some time to that, because it's more than just rolling dice too. There's an actual situation here, and you are now confronted by this gargantuan dragon who has continued to spout all sorts of civ propaganda, even when it meets you. And so I need you guys to all roll initiative.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
12.
14.
Okay.
24 for Etron.
Nice. Okay.
31.
Okay. We are kicking it off, you guys. Kuiper with a 31 is going to start this combat.
All right. So, just after hearing this guy just spout his civ nonsense and whatnot, this brainwashing, he just kind of like gets prepared, combat stance, like whenever you feel bold, Karachimba, I need a new pair of shoes. And he is going to, first, let's do a life science on this Mamma Jamma.
All right.
Proud of you.
Well, hold on. That might not be what you need
Would it
to
be a
roll.
mysticism, maybe? Yes. What is it?
This, I think life science will work.
Okay, I was gonna say engineering. Is this a robot dragon?
A robot dragon. Yeah, let's see. Actually, no. I'm gonna use my fucking dice, man. I've been rolling rocks. Let's see. Okay, that's a 17. 27 sounds like enough to me. Let's see. 17 plus 11. That is
28.
no 17 plus 17.
Yes.
Yeah. 27
Yep,
plus
plus
17.
11.
Plus 11. Okay.
Wait, what?
No,
You're just saying numbers now.
apologies.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 17.
And what's your bonus?
27.
Okay.
That's
so that
44.
is 44.
Yes.
Okay. You
right.
have a plus 27 to life science?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay, well, that's going to get you, like, a lot. We'll, 4 questions, we'll say.
Okay, so let's get the obvious out of the way. So, weaknesses.
None.
Special abilities.
It has void adaptation, which means that it's inured to the void of outer space. So it's immune to cosmic rays, immune to environmental effects of the vacuum, and doesn't need to breathe. It has alien presence, which you guys I didn't realize it had until now. So you're actually going to have to make a roll here. So the mere presence can have a deleterious effect for those nearby. Okay, so no. It activates this aura as part of an attack or move. And it only lasts for a round when it does that. It has a range of 30 feet, and it functions as frightful presence.
Okay.
All right. It also has Obliterate. So any creature that is reduced to 0 hit points by the Void Dragon's bite attack must spend 1 resolve point or be immediately slain and reduced to dust. So make sure you keep that resolve handy so you don't lose your body. I think we would have a total meltdown if we lost another character this quickly. And it has breath weapons. 2 different breath weapons. 1 electric and 1 suffocating.
Suffocating. Oh.
Yeah, if we're already wearing our suits.
It will bypass your suit protections.
And I'm sorry, what kind of dragon is this?
A void dragon.
Okay.
All right, that was.
Well,
not
I
one of
would
the
avoid
questions.
this dragon if I could.
Okay, so just go back real quick
That
on the
joke was
obliterate.
deleterious.
It's reduced to 0 by bite attack.
By the bite attack only. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, If your HP is reduced to 0 by the bite attack only, and you have 0 resolve points.
No, you spend a resolve. Yeah, if you have 0, but as it's worded, you have to spend a resolve point to not be reduced to dust.
Okay, spend a resolve point. Got it. Thank you. All right.
And finally, it has a crush attack, special attack. So if it ends a flying or jumping movement, it can land on targets.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Don't
Can
like
squash
that.
you.
And what is it? What is that called? When landing on targets?
Crush.
Crush. Thank you. All right. Cool. That makes sense. All right. So we've got weaknesses. We've got special abilities. Help me out here. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart.
ACs?
ACs, resistances.
We can get
Which one?
resistance. We can't get ACs.
Okay, guys. Resistance immunities.
All right. Yeah, I'll give you that. Immunities, cold, confusion, insanity, paralysis, and sleep.
Cold, insanity, and okay.
Confusion and paralysis. That's it.
Okay. And no resistances.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It has DR 15 magic. And has spell resistance.
Lovely.
Wait, what do you mean? DR 15 magic? Like.
It means a magic weapon is the only thing that would bypass the
Oh,
DRs.
okay.
Which I think
All right.
most of ours are because we have like
Yeah,
thingies on them.
If you have a fusion on it, it counts as a
Yeah.
magic weapon, right?
correct.
Yes.
Not mine.
Okay. So we are roughly about 45 feet away from this dragon, which looks like it's not massive, but large. Nor would that
Gargantuan.
Gargantuan. Okay.
Yeah, it's a 15 by 15.
It's 20 by 20.
Jeez.
Oh, the token. Sorry,
Okay.
20 by 20.
Okay, yeah. So that means like if you reach within 20 feet of it, you've got to. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Taking that into account, Kuiper is going to let's fish for crits and let's try that old quad attack.
Okay.
Let's fish for natural ones.
Still a crit.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so first attack is a 35.
Okay. 35 is a hit.
All right. Okay.
And this is, I'm sorry, EAC or KAC?
That is going to be KAC.
All right. And you're firing with a
Elite rotating
what?
pistol.
Yeah. What? I'm sorry. What type of damage?
Oh, piercing.
Okay.
All right. So 1 of 4 is a success. Let's see. Second one is a 28.
That's a fail.
All right. Okay. Third one is a 30.
Miss.
Oh. And fourth one is also a miss.
Okay, so you got one hit here.
Yep.
Do you have a fusion on that weapon?
I do not.
Okay, so it's not going to bypass the DR. Let's go ahead and roll for the damage.
Okay. It's 8d4. You know what? I'm just going to
Okay, what'd you get?
19 total.
All right, so as you know, only 4 of that's going to go through.
All right. And that is my turn.
All right, Etrim is up.
Okay. Let's see. How far away is this thing? 45 or so feet. Etrim is going to, he'd have to draw his weapon. He's going to draw his, Paragon Plasma Bolter.
Okay.
And take a shot with it, I guess.
All right.
It's a natural 20
What?
for a 39 total.
All right. All right, let's roll to confirm, see if we're going to draw a card on this. Etrim coming in hot.
It's a natural 19
Oh,
for
wow.
a 38.
Appreciate that
Okay.
hits.
Yeah, it definitely hits. That's confirmed critical. So
Woo-hoo.
roll a d8 for me.
Okay. 5.
All right, this is from Old Scratch. It's called Shockwave. Your projectile breaks the nebulous sound barrier as it travels. Deal an extra 2d6 sonic damage alongside your critical hit damage.
Well, that sound barrier would be real nebulous out here in space.
Right. I like it.
Thank you, Old Scratch.
All right, so roll your critical damage and then roll another 2d6. And this is
Okay.
all going to bypass the DR because it's energy. So,
Okay. Sorry. I have to type all this in. I double it, not or roll it twice.
yeah, you roll it twice.
Okay. Okay. All right,
2d6.
Yep. That in total, that's going to be 110 damage.
Wow.
Holy
Huge shot from Etrim. So talk to me about this bolter shot that you start off with, you know?
Yeah, so I mean, I think before we even get there, I want to kind of get in Etrim's headspace a little bit. Like, Etrim's a badass, but has been mostly on protection duty for the pools, as well as whatever else he's done for Madame Ziva. I don't mean to discount any of his history I might not know about. However, he has not been one of the core members of the fucking APA squad. So, this would be kind of terrifying to come with you guys in the first place and then run up on a dragon, right? But so seeing that happens, he steals himself, standing next to Madame Ziva, who he would do anything to protect, and being that there's so much distance between them, he's unwilling to currently run up and try to just swing in melee on a dragon. So pulls out this Paragon Plasma Bolter. I keep wanting to say Cross Bolter. Plasma Bolter. Takes aim. It's unwieldy. He can only fire one shot with it. He cannot full attack with it.
Okay.
So just really aims straight at the face of the dragon, trying to aim for the eyes. To him are that's the weak spot to aim for, because everything else might be plated up, and just times it, takes a deep breath, lets it out, and fires off one shot, aiming right at its face.
Okay, that's fucking awesome. Oh, you want to play games with the Civ? Just surrender. But that hurt.
but that hurt.
It's also
but that did
ow.
hurt.
It's gonna hurt a little more because it also has the wound critical.
So you choose either the card or the wound.
Oh, that's right. Goddamn.
I'm sorry. If you would rather do the wound, we can take the 2d6 damage off.
The card gave me what? I'm sorry.
The 2d6 extra damage.
Yeah, it's 5 damage, or like I might cut his fucking arm off. You know? I love you, Old Scratch. I'm gonna take back 5 damage and take that wound.
All right, so roll a d20.
Just a 20. It's not a d100 for the wound.
Nope.
Okay. 5.
5. All right, so you're gonna put bleed,
Okay.
Nice.
which is pretty good, right? It's good.
Nice.
Is it a certain amount of?
That's a d6 of bleed. Yep.
D6 would be here.
We won't roll it till it's the
right.
dragon's turn.
Fine then.
Okay, Oren, you're up.
Okay. I don't think that I have a choice in this. I think that if I don't do this now, that we're gonna get absolutely clobbered with a breath weapon.
Yep.
So the only smart play here is Oren will produce one of those spell gems that he just got as his movement action, and then for his, standard action, he will cast that spell, which is Resistant Aegis, and he will grant everybody in the party, including himself, energy resistance 5 against all 5 energy types, and that lasts 16 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate you.
All right, so everybody's got a little energy resistance, and you crush that spell gem in your hand, and this wave of magical energy encompasses the entire group here, and is now Pasiodias' turn.
Oh, that just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. All right, so you called it. Now remember that the dragon is flying right now. Is up in the air, and so from the air is going to do the breath weapon down on you. We're going to do the regular breath weapon rather than the suffocation breath weapon. So I need everybody to roll a reflex save as a 60-foot cone of electric damage comes your way.
Yeah.
So 19 for Ziva.
32 for
I
Kuiper.
rolled pretty high. What did you say it was? Reflex?
Reflex, yep.
28.
Okay.
Yeah, 38 for Fel.
Okay.
$25.
25 meets beats.
Oh, thank God.
What'd you roll, John? Kuiper, what'd you
32.
get? Okay, so everybody succeeded except for the
Ziva.
captain. So, Captain, you're going to take the full brunt of this, everybody, but Kuiper is going to take half, and Kuiper will take none.
Yep.
It is electric damage, so you'll have a little bit of reduction here, resistance, but
Resistance
it
It
is,
doesn't
Stack?
stack, by the way.
doesn't stack,
It doesn't
no.
stack. No, whatever your
Ah,
highest
that
value
sucks.
is
Yeah.
for that element is what it
Yeah.
is. No, so if you have 15 electricity resistance,
Yeah.
you still get 5 to every other type,
Yeah.
but you don't get 20 electricity.
okay.
Yeah, I wanted 20.
Yeah, I feel you.
That was 19 D10 worth of electric damage.
That's a
like
lot.
100 damage.
Man, if this
man.
was a normal attack, I'd bodyguard it, but can't do it.
123 damage to Ziva, and then 61 damage to everybody else except for Kuiper,
Reduced by 5.
Hold
or
on.
15.
120 what to Ziva?
123. So
Reduced
reduce
by
that by
5.
right. So that's 108 to you.
Yeah.
Kuiper takes none. The rest of you will take 61, but with the 5 reduction, takes it down to 56. So everybody takes 56 points of electric damage. Okay, then it's going to land on you guys with the crush. I cannot get all of you, so I am going to get everybody but Ziva. Boom. Crushing. So everybody is proned and pinned.
Including Ziva?
Roll.
Not Ziva.
Okay.
No roll. And the damage you will take is 68 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my God,
Good
dude.
lord, dude.
For no save?
No save. It's just a...
No hitting ACs, nothing? This is automatic damage?
Yep, this has happened before in the World Seed when the little, like, scorpion robot landed on you guys, too.
How much was 60 what?
68 bludgeoning.
68. Jesus God, dude.
I took 63 of my 64 stamina.
It is Ziva's turn.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking at something real quick.
Oh, and I go ahead and roll a d6 of bleed there, Heath.
Okay. 4.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Go. Let's do it.
Ziva sees this fucking dragon land on top of every other member of her crew. And that's not acceptable. You see her reach up and, like, touch the tiara on her head. And we're going to use my last remaining translocation to get myself and the rest of the party out of there. And I think, I don't know, y'all tell me, do you want to back up against the wall or do you want to go behind? There's like a... Is there any cover in this place?
There's like little, like, buildings or like outcroppings you can get cover behind.
Can we still fire from those?
I was gonna...
I mean, you'd have to be at the corner.
Yeah.
You'd have to be can't fire through them. No.
Okay.
Gonna move the whole party. Ziva's gonna hang back here.
Okay.
And then just the party grouped kind of around her.
Clutch.
It functions as a teleport spell, so that would be a standard action.
Standard action. All right.
So for move action, as we settle, she says, get them! And just kind of like peeks back around to not be in the line of sight.
All right, so there's a get 'em on it. And so, I mean, but that's huge. The captain, like, sees this dragon smash her crew after taking a huge breath weapon of electricity, says, oh, hell no. Gets them out of there, uses the last remaining use of the tiara, and it is now Felino's turn.
All right, so Fel has kind of a nothing burger turn. He's got to do his first round charge up stuff.
Okay.
Which I always want to do pre-combat, like as soon as I see something, but like it never happens. So, you know, gonna use Miracle Worker for my movement action, and then downgrade my standard to a movement to do combat tracking. So, got +2 attack, +2 to damage for Miracle Worker. It's my last use of it.
Okay.
As you're lining up to shake that shot, Ziva would call out,
Oh, I'm not shooting though.
Okay, well, anyway, Ziva just calls out and says, maybe we don't want to, congregate. Like, scatter. Let's not let this happen again.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, I just buffed myself this turn.
All right, end of round 1, top of round 2. Kuiper, you're up.
All right. Well, this is interesting, especially with the fact that it's immune to cold. So I couldn't just switch to my other weapon. So we're gonna go ahead, and he's seeing that, like, we just got saved here. He's gonna, like, we don't need to clump, and he's going to fly off due west.
Okay.
And at the same time, try a trick attack.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and take 10 on that trick attack. That's going to bring that to a, let's see, sneak. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be a 41.
All right, that's a successful trick.
Nice. Okay, just for, let's see if I get the attack. That is 40 against KAC.
That is a hit.
All right. 26 plus 28. That is 54 piercing.
All right. Of that, only some of that's going to go through, right? So 54 minus 15 is going to be 39. So 39 points of damage goes through. However, that was a successful trick attack, so you can try to impose a condition. It is already bleeding.
Okay, it's already bleeding. I am. Hold on. I wrote all the immunities down, just making sure. Okay, so computer. Okay, all right. Just to get it out of the way, let's try the stunned.
All right, so I roll a fortitude save, right?
Yeah.
All right, that is a 27.
All right.
Does that beat the DC? For your operative exploits, if the DC is equal to 10 plus 1.5 times your operative level plus your dex. So you're 17. So I do not beat it, even without having to do the math. So stunned, you have stunned the dragon.
All right.
With a successful attack there, and so stunned means that I can't do anything for the round.
Yes.
So you have taken this dragon out of combat for a round.
Is the number one stunner.
And is flat-footed on top of that, making it much easier to hit. Excellent turn from Kuiper there with getting that stunning shot off. And it's now Etram's turn.
Yeah, and so because we're trying to spread out a little bit, Etram is actually going to fly up. I've got a force back. I want to fly up 60 feet.
Okay.
And take a shot.
Straight up?
Yeah, straight up. And you know, I'm just assuming other people will move kind of other directions. Just keep it, you know, mess with verticality and everything. And we'll take another shot with the.
You're not going to want to go 60 feet up. As if you remember, I told you anything above 45 feet will send you into zero gravity. So,
okay.
So maybe 45 feet. I just don't want you cascading off into space, you know? Like,
I mean, I guess I was just assuming because, like, I've got a fucking jetpack. I figured I could.
I hear you, but can you do me a favor and not make me have to look up zero gravity rules and just hover at 45 feet?
Sure.
Thanks.
Yeah. So Etram, you know, listening to the command of his madam Ziva, flies up, takes aim again at the dragon that we've been thrown here, and says, "The greatest goddamn Vesk anyone's ever seen didn't die, so his friends could be thwarted by some pretentious draconic door guardian."
I love it.
And we'll see how it is. Okay. 36 to hit the AC.
That's going to hit.
Woo! Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. 58 electric and fire damage.
Heck yeah, that all goes through, man.
Boom. Nice. Yeah. Again, just aiming at the face, you know, just like he doesn't know dragon anatomy, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, I assume eyes are a good spot.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Okay. Oren, you're up.
Okay, so first of all, Oren's going to hold his turn until after the dragon. That shouldn't be an issue this turn, I imagine.
Yeah, I mean the dragon's not doing anything.
Exactly. It just changes. It just changes the turn order so that I can respond in the future to anything that he does.
I like it
because I mean, so the current situation for anybody keeping score at home, Oren has 1 stamina, Ziva has single-digit stamina, Fel has single-digit stamina. I cannot affect any healing on anybody on their stamina. However, due to how low we are in stamina, we are all in one-shot range from this guy's next attack. We could potentially lose. This could potentially be a TPK the next time that it attacks with anything. So the only chance that I have is that he doesn't one-shot us the next time he can attack, and then I can heal. That's the only that there is no other option, right? So I have one opportunity to attack him. Every other round will be defensive. There's only one chance for me to even do any offense. However, he's got insane spell resistance that's still in effect, even though he's stunned. The only thing that I can realistically do is this, and given the dire circumstances, this Orin's burning his candle at both ends, I think, and he's going to spend 1 resolve point as a full round action to cast Meteor Shower. So he lifts up both arms, and you can just feel like you can just tell how much he's straining as he pulls in all of this space debris and these meteorites and sends them flying down at the dragon. Because we are outside and can see the stars, the meteorites will deal 12 d10 damage with a reflex save for half. Now, I don't think he can roll a reflex save if he's stunned. If he can't move and can't take actions, then he can't move out of the way, which is what a reflex save is.
I don't think that's accurate. I mean, it just says stunned is you just can't take actions, but a save is not an action. It's not a move action, it's not a standard action, it's not a swift action, it's not a reaction. It's just...
This is one of those times where a mechanic makes 0 sense. You cannot justify how this creature would move out of the way when it cannot move. Like, nobody can justify that.
So it's not that it can't move, it's just stunned. You know what I mean? Like, it's not paralyzed, which is the difference, you know?
Okay. All right, so roll a reflex save.
Okay, I will. Well, should we do the spell resistance first?
It's not a spell.
Meteor Shower is not a spell, it's a supernatural ability?
Correct, yeah. So it's going to bypass. That's specifically why I'm doing this one.
All right, my reflex, I rolled a 23.
Okay, DC's 26. That's a failure. You're going to take all of this 63 bludgeoning and fire. This is all magical damage because it's a supernatural ability.
All right.
So
meteors just rain down, like you literally calling them from space down through the shield because magically they can bypass it, I guess, and just wham, 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 and like,
or he just warps them in. I don't, it doesn't specify.
The stunned dragon is just like trying to shake off that shot as it like clipped like the frontal lobe of her brain, and as she's trying to do that, she just gets pounded by meteors for 63 points of damage, which all goes through. It is now Ziva's turn.
May the odds be ever in your favor, everyone. This is a very real chance that people are going to die next turn.
I don't think so, because Ziva's going to use a full action to use Inspiring Oration to get everybody, all of our people, because everybody's within 60 feet of me. It's just going to call out, like, I guess 3 comms, because we're mic'd up and everything. It's like, this is just a big fucking lizard. Don't worry, boys. Let's just take care of this nonsense. Get inside. Get down to business. Come on. And that will give everyone... I'm going to spend a resolve to add my level to it. It's going to be 76 stamina points back for everybody.
Clutch.
That is...
76?
Correct.
Clutch.
Nice.
That is the only time I can do that, unless we get another short rest.
Yeah.
And that's my whole turn.
Good,
So Get 'em is now off because I wasn't able to re-up it.
Okay, Fel, you're up. You've charged up.
Yeah. All right. So Fel has a movement speed of 40 feet. I'm going to move to the northwest. First, let me ask, just to double check to make sure this little box area here on the map that I'm pinging right now, that is cover, correct?
If you were to get behind it, yes.
Okay,
yes.
but that's like an obstruction. So Fel is going to run to the northwest. All right, so I moved 20 feet to the northwest, and I'm going to move another 10 feet to the west so that I can have hopefully partial cover, but still be able to take a shot at the dragon, who is a good ways south of me, but 55, 60 feet away from me. But my weapon's got 150 foot range, so it's all good. So standard action, I'm going to use Superior Overcharge, so an extra 46 damage if my normal shot hits. So I'm going to go ahead and do that attack roll. That's not great. 29 against EAC. Thank you, Foundry.
That's not going to get it.
Cool. Well,
Wait, is there a get? No, there's not a get him.
No.
Dang.
No. Foundry rolled a 2 for me, so sweet.
Oof. All right, Kuiper, you're up.
All right, we're going to stand and bang. So, where I'm at, let's try that again.
Before you do that, let us get some bleed on that dragon. I forgot to get that during the stunned.
Yeah, fuck that dragon.
5.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah. Good.
Nice. All right. All right, you're good to go now, buddy.
All right, okay, so we already know that the trick attack will auto-succeed. So,
The dragon is no longer stunned, as that stops at the top of your turn.
right. Okay. And so, trick attack, going to try to impose staggering if I hit. 36 against KAC.
What you got, Josh?
I just saw a flat-footed fall off the dragon. Would that 20 or
No,
29
that was,
hit with flat-footed?
I was figuring that.
Okay, just checking.
36, however, does hit against the dragon.
Excellent. And as I said, I'm going to impose staggered on it.
And there's no roll on that, right? That just gets in there. Is that correct?
It looks like it. Double checking. Hold on, sorry.
No, fortitude save.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your damage while I roll the fortitude save.
All right.
I failed the fortitude save with a 22, so will be staggered.
Okay, so that is going to be 49 points of piercing.
Minus 15, so that takes it down to 34, right?
Yep, 34.
Okay, you guys are doing some good work on this dragon. Etrim, you have the possibility to finish this up. Tizak's very maybe overly dire and pessimistic view. You don't want to give the dragon another turn.
Right. Yeah,
so
it's fair point. So because I have an unwieldy weapon, I can't full attack anyways. So I am going to fly a little bit south, just if we don't kill it, just to be spreading out a little more.
You can't. Oh, you're flying. Yep, you're good to
Yeah,
go.
I'm like 45 feet in the air. Yeah. And once again, take shot with this plasma bolter. Okay, not as good. 33 to hit the AC.
That is a hit.
Does it? Oh, thank goodness. Oh.
Do it.
That's
Do
like
it.
meets beats with that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Woo. 55. 55.
55.
With 38 hit points remaining, you take down the dragon.
Thank goodness.
God.
Oh, that makes me feel so much better. It doesn't get another turn to try to TPK us.
No.
Right?
Yeah, and I don't think a TPK was even going to happen.
I think
Never
we
was.
hear dragon and we get real nervous. Though,
Yeah, you got
to
nervous.
be fair,
The
breath
thing
weapon scary
did
as hell.
like
It
150
rushed us.
damage in one
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
To everybody.
scary.
I'm actually offended that you are trying to minimize the fact that the thing did 155 damage in one turn. We have like 106 HP and 1 stamina left before Ziva did the inspiring oration.
Which is
That's
something that she does.
easily in one-shot range, though.
No. So here's the thing, though, Zach. It wasn't 155. It was 155 times 4, so 620 damage in one turn for the breath attack and landing on us.
Yeah,
Well,
but it
I mean,
can't
but for-
concentrate that on one person.
I'm not
Right,
saying it
right.
could concentrate that, but it did that much in one turn.
Right, but
Right.
the-
So
you know what it didn't
all
do?
I'm saying is you're gonna have to hold the L on this one because I'm correct.
You're justified on it, Zach.
you're
Yeah.
not, because you guys just decimated this
Yeah,
thing.
like-
you know what I
didn't
like?
hit a damn thing.
I literally said the potential for a TPK is high. Not
All right.
that we're definitely dead.
Okay.
I'm saying we were in one-shot range, and that was a correct assessment of the current circumstances at the time I made the statement.
Okay. So
Hold the L, hold the L, dog.
I'm not. So next up, let me show you what you're looking at here with this airlock.
Oh, well, that isn't what I thought it was going to be at all.
So that's the airlock. So
Wait,
there's
it's on the floor below us?
that's this blue thing that's glowing
Oh.
is the
Okay,
airlock.
I don't understand the dimensions. Then I'm confused about that. Like what I'm confused about.
So one is
in
just like art for in the map is a map. What I'm telling you is that now you have this airlock to deal with. Don't get too hung up on the comparisons of the two because they don't ever really match a lot of the times. Like
Okay, but the art has them standing on top of the airlock as if the airlock is on the
It is.
the
it
floor.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it
on the
is.
floor on the map.
Okay, that's all I was asking. Like I don't.
Oh.
Man, I don't know.
Then I don't understand what you
He
thought
asked,
was the case.
he asked, is the airlock on the floor? You said, no, it's not like the picture. The picture.
No, I said it is on the floor, and then he said about the dimensions. Were you asking if it was standing up vertical?
Okay, when we go back and listen to the edit, you will hear that I said, "Is the airlock on the floor?" And then you said no, and then I said, "Well, I don't understand what the fuck's going on."
That's what happened.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the airlock is on the floor.
So the airlock is on the floor.
Oh, great, good deal. I'm really glad we cleared that up.
Look, I'll take the L on that one if that's indeed what happened. My bad for confusion there, but it is indeed on the floor.
Great.
Okay, so you're gonna have to try to open this airlock now.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a sphincter? Please tell me it's not a sphincter.
It is not a
It
sphincter.
doesn't look sphincter.
Okay.
No,
Yes.
it looks like a magic door. I'm going to
Yeah,
describe.
mysticism check. I mean, like, what else?
Well,
Yeah, what else?
let's get
what-
a description of what this airlock looks like, though, because it's
Yeah.
more than just a door that's
Yeah.
a circular door in the floor. Like it's kind of this like, imagine if you're on the beach and like drew a circle with your fingers, right? And then in this raised platform in the center, there's a handful of other smaller circles that have symbols, and kind of scattered about are other glowing circles that have raised bits with like Zen garden circle designs inside of them.
It looks like they're like the circles are coming off of it and turning into sort of like a gyroscope. I think is that what that's called when their
Yeah,
rings are
or-
spinning around each other.
Almost like a system of stars and planets, maybe, but just flat.
Yeah. Why don't you roll a culture check
Got you, bitch.
on these runes that are encapsulating the airlock?
I'm also gonna try. Oh, I don't beat that.
This is a 44.
44 does meet the DC or beat the DC. The runes at least are there mainly to deal with like protection and retribution. That's like the meaning that you're taking from the words. You see that there are basically 3 circles around the airlock. And with that culture check, you'll understand that one of you guys will have to stand in each circle. So this will be 3 people working to simultaneously unlock this lock. One is standing in a place to move the rings themselves, and that will be an athletics check. The next one will be an engineering check to determine the correct orientation of the circuitry. And then the final one will be a mysticism check to channel the energy of the runes into the proper direction. Up to 1 PC can aid each of these checks as long as that PC is not attempting or aiding another check. So like the three of you will have to choose which circle you want to be in, and then do all this simultaneously.
I mean, it's already.
I think we've already chosen.
Yeah,
I believe that you have. I'm just
I will do
articulating
engineering.
as clearly as I can.
Zena's on engineering for sure.
Yep. I will aid Etram.
I'll
with
take
the
the
athletics?
mysticism check. Yeah.
You're
Well,
gonna aid
actually, you're one level below. So as far as
I'm
your
one-
athletics,
I'm one-
let's find out.
I mean, my athletics is 26.
I'm 29 athletics.
Oh,
wow.
Kuiper, big tough guy,
Yeah,
strong
all right.
boy,
Me,
built
yeah.
badass over here.
Okay, so let's start with the athletics ring then. Who is going to be the main
I will.
attempter?
Prepare.
then Etrim will assist.
I'll just go stand in the Dragon Slayer's corner. No big deal.
No, you'll need to. Right.
Making a joke out of it.
Yeah, I got it.
I got there.
I got it there. All right. So Kuiper and Etrim are standing in the like strength circle. Now who's going to stand in the engineering circle? Obviously,
Clearly, Orin.
Yeah. Fel, are you on your own here, I guess?
Yeah, I must be. Unless
Yeah.
Terry
Ziva
can help in
can't.
some way.
I mean, I could roll for it, but I've only got a +8, so it's not a given.
All right, so, and then it makes sense to me then that Orin and Ziva would be working together on the mysticism side. Okay. All of these checks are going to happen at the same time, but in order to avoid confusion, I'm going to ask for them at one at a time. So let's start with the athletics check, which is going to get an automatic aid from Kuiper.
Okay.
The aid's from me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's a nat fucking 20, my dude. So that is going to
Oh my
get you.
God.
Shit, John.
Let's
What are
see
you
here.
doing?
On an
you
aid.
been?
Plus
On an aid.
29, that's a
No,
49.
it's not an aid. I'm the aider. I auto
Oh,
aid.
that's right. Yeah.
So that would be a 51 if that's a +2 on the
Okay,
aid.
51. Great. Engineering check.
It's a 47, my guy.
Beautiful. And the mysticism.
Get that
Auto aid.
Very good. Fucking natural 8.
Oh boy.
So that's a 38
Okay, with the aid.
with the aid. Yeah.
All right. All three of those pass.
All right.
Okay. And so you avoided a lot of terrible things.
Oh, yay.
So good.
And the airlock opens to reveal a like long passageway that goes into the ship, but it's like at a 90-degree angle from where you're standing. So like there's this disorienting like yawing effect that you know that in order to go in there you're going to have to like pitch forward and step forward and just hope that the gravity is oriented once you get in the ship to get on the catwalk that goes it's like a 200-foot catwalk that goes into the ship to a sphincter door at the end of it. So you guys are standing at the edge of the airlock before you go in. So what do you want to do?
I mean, Fel's
All
gonna
right, let's get back in the ship and go back to Absalom Station.
Hey, that's
Fel is going
mind
to
went there, man.
use his jetpack to like. He doesn't really trust the gravity in here. He's gone from spacewalk to ship gravity plenty of times to be able to confidently do it, but he doesn't know for sure that this is actually functioning properly. So he's going to use his jetpack to go in and then kind of feel the gravity out.
That's a smart move.
As he is kind of like doing that, Ziva sort of like looks down the tunnel, and then she looks back behind us to where, the ship is down the way. She looks back at the tunnel. She says, Etrim, I need you to do something for me.
Anything. You know this.
Go back to the ship.
Are you sure?
We need someone in the ship to make sure that it's still there, so that we have some way to escape once we're finished with this shithole. And she kind of gestures to the hole in the middle of the floor. And like telepathically she says, and I don't know if I could handle losing you at this point. Do this for me. Please.
Yeah, Etrim slowly kind of looks over to the body of the dragon, looks down the walkway, looks to all of you guys, says, I'll help in any way that I can. I know you guys can get this done. You're the fucking APA. It's been a pleasure to even serve along you for as long as I have. This has been the greatest moment of my life. But if you want me to hold on to the ship, I'll make sure it's still there for when you absolutely succeed in this mission.
Stay on the guns. keep a wary eye, and we'll be back soon. And she would kind of like go over, looking professional up until she gets close to you, and then just give you like the biggest hug right around your middle, I guess.
Yeah, and he like is kind of stunned by it, not mechanically at him, and like kind of puts his hands up a little bit, and then slowly like all four of his arms kind of embrace you, and he looks around to the rest of you and takes one hand and does like a salute.
Yeah, I mean, Art will salute back.
Yeah, same.
Fel will salute
back.
as he's going into the tunnel.
Oh, cool. Just like
He's I mean, the thing is, he
Yeah.
was in the process of like feeling it out and going in as you started doing the thing, and
yeah.
he'll like sees the situation and gives a salute as he just kind of like fades off into
Tips
the tunnel.
in, yeah.
Yeah, and
You'll need to get the keys from Oren.
Oh yeah, Orin tosses him the keys for sure.
yeah, he catches him.
Don't you dare miss that
Still
catch.
look, still saluting, still hugging Ziva.
But-
He's got 4 arms.
Yeah.
He's got one hand here, catches one with the keys, still full hugging on Ziva. But, you know, it catches him and really, like, looks at all you guys for a good long second again. And if Etram wasn't such a big old tough guy, you'd see a single tear fall down. But you don't see one.
Right. Get
But
back up in there,
you can
dear.
tell that this is the proudest moment of his life. And he get to kill the fucking dragon. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, as you're walking off, Ziva would via telepathy, be like, maybe, like, grab a scale or something off of that dragon. That's pretty crazy. That's like a wild keepsake. Trying to lighten the mood just a little bit, like...
Yeah, and he blasts off with his force pack straight to the dragon, trying to just hits it with a hammer a couple of times, trying to break off some chunks.
There you go.
There is a Mark III mind link circlet on the dragon
Ooh la la.
Okay.
that
We're all mind linked.
Yeah, but Etram
Well,
isn't.
Etram's not, so
yeah.
now
Right.
you can talk
Now,
with Etram on the ship.
Hey.
Boom.
Yeah, so
Fuck
for
yeah.
when you guys need to make your harrowing escape, he can zoom in with the ship right there.
There we go.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So, just real quick, I do want to ask. So, what's it look like out there, looking back at the Absalom station right now? Does it look like the battle is still? Like,
Well, yeah, I
going
mean
our way, or?
that's yes and
been
no. Like it's been
25
25 seconds since the beginning of this episode, where I told you that the Starstone is starting to be pulled out of the Absalom station. So it's bad still.
Yeah. Okay.
Not much has changed in 25
Damn.
seconds.
I was really hoping that 25 would turn it all around.
The hug
okay,
was
so-
longer than 25 seconds.
It's a shame. It's a shame that Etram is leaving now because everybody, including Etram, has leveled up.
Oh!
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh!
Wow.
okay.
Okay.
Nice.
So that puts Etram at what, 17, and the rest of you
Yeah.
guys at 18.
18. Good lord.
But
Jesus
we'll
Christ.
deal with that later because you guys are going to go into the Ark Prime. Is that still the? I mean, Fell's already there, so
I mean, we're not getting back in the ship and going
No.
home.
Right.
That's all
We
we're
breaching,
gonna
baby.
do.
right.
breached
Like,
it.
as you said at the beginning of the episode,
You hear
there's
Etram like beat
two
the
options.
locks. He like locks you guys out. You can't come back in.
No, you got to do this. So you guys do step in, and the gravity does assert itself as you step in.
Oh,
And
crazy.
So it's this weird feeling as you step, and then boom, you like hit the catwalk, and you're in this massive spherical airlock that was clearly built to hold several dozen beings at once. As you make your way down the catwalk, after several feet, it expands to encompass the entirety of the sphere's diameter before contracting again at the closed interior sphincter door at the end of the hall, or the catwalk. A panel next to that portal flashes with an orange light, which provides the only illumination here. Small particles of dust float lazily through space.
I would like to examine that panel.
Okay. You can roll a computer's check.
Oh, okay.
AIDS?
Sure, yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, I auto A. So no.
Right.
Auto.
That is a 47.
47. Okay. You easily start the airlock cycle. The big door behind you starts to close. And you can start to feel like the depressurization happening. But because you rolled so well, you get this weird, vague suspicion that this was easier than it should have been, almost as if the ship was letting you in without much opposition.
Oh, God.
And before you can even like really process what that means, the door in front of you opens and you see a blank corridor beyond. And then instantly you're engulfed by a mysterious green light and this like subsonic hum just in this, I mean, it's like blinding green light. You can't see anything else but green flash of light. And then everything, all your senses, you're gone.
What?
End of book 2. And we'll see you.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
I need more information.
We will find out
Simulated
more
by the board.
next time
Wow.
on our protection agency.
We've been assimilated.